Atmos online. Begin transmission of Transformers Review.
Guys, and today we're going to be taking a look at something I got at TFCon, the best Transformers convention in the world. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, let's move on to the figure. We have what I bought at TFCon. Wait a minute. I didn't buy this guy at TFCon. Hold on. Let me remedy this. That's who I bought at TFCon. For those of you who don't know, by the sheer bulk of this alone, this is Masterpiece MP13 Takara Soundwave. Now, I guess this was an extremely sought-after toy at TFCon this year because I saw hundreds of people walking around and I actually saw 2 different people selling this guy, I think. So, here he is in his cassette mode. Now, before we get to this, let me just say that. Let me get my words and sentences together. Let's take a look at the packaging. Quite possibly the biggest box in all the Masterpiece line. This thing is huge. To give you an example of just Generation 1 this is, Soundwave, Masterpiece Soundwave. This thing is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Masterpiece Soundwaves tall in cassette mode. So, let's unhook the camera and take a little better look. Guys, forgive the shaky cam, but as I said, I have had to go hands-free. Or, no, not hands-free, whatever. So, here he is in his cassette mode. There he is in robot mode, looking very nice. And this is the Takara version with the screen-accurate red eyes. I believe the American version comes with the toy-accurate yellow eyes. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, here is Masterpiece Laserbeak there on the side, or Condor, as they're calling him, because this is Takara. So nice MP13 Destron Communications. On the side, let me see if I can get my camera. There we go. Destron Communications Soundwave. We got a little Transformers logo there on the side. Flipping it around to said side, we get Masterpiece Soundwave. Whee! In case you didn't know who you bought. On the back here, we do have lots of words and things I can't read. A nice picture of Masterpiece Laserbeak and Soundwave there. An actual full-size product shot with actual size cassette, which does store in his chest, a la G1. But I do like this picture here in particular. Let's see if I can, there we go. It shows different cassettes being used with Masterpiece Soundwave. Let's see. Focus again. There we go. It has the Masterpiece Laserbeak that we get with this set, a Generation 1 cassette, and then I think it's even Generations Ravage. I think that's Generations Ravage. I'm not sure. But that is it for the box, and you see all the accessories that he comes with there on the bottom. Focus. Thank you. So you see, he does come with some accessories. Very, very cool guy. Very, very cool. Actual size. So, let's get the box out of the way and take a look at the stuff that it comes with. When you open up the packaging, you do get his instruction booklet. Now, it is very nice. It has a very nice artistic representation of how Soundwave looks there. MP13 Destron Communication Soundwave. Has a nice Takara Tomy logo on there. Shows you how to transform him and his eject function. His concussion blaster. His sensor, which I believe is in my room somewhere. I've had this guy for about a week and lost that little gray thing on my gray carpet. I'll find it one of these nights when I'm going to pee. I know it. I'm going to step on it. Anyway. Megatron gun. So Soundwave did use Megatron. At least once. Everybody used Megatron at least once. He does come with an Energon cube and a display function. Eject, as we've covered. Condor, or Laserbeak, he does come with a clear cassette case thing, but again, lost it. I'm really bad with accessories. And on the back here, you see the history of Soundwave. You see the Generation 1 figure there. I'm assuming like a Generation 1 knockoff sort of thing, like one of those Greatest Heroes or whatever. I believe, yeah, that's G2. Then we have what appears to be... I have no idea what that is, to tell you honestly. Then we have Cybertron. I believe reissue eHobby exclusive. Then we have movie 2 Soundwave, animated Soundwave, Fall of Cybertron, or yeah, War for Cybertron Soundwave, movie 3 Soundwave, and then the Human Alliance Soundwave, and then all the way up to Transformers Prime Soundwave, which is cool. You do get your display sheets. You can copy them off, or you can cut them out of the instruction booklet. It really doesn't care which way you do it. But you have those. I'm not going to use them because it's really only for one function, and one function I'm not really going to use. So, moving on. He does come, as I said, with his data sheet, or his data thing, which just plugged right into his chest, which is really cool. You can give him this kind of data pack looking crosshairs thing for graphs and things, like he's giving a presentation at school or something. Comes with an Energon cube, an empty Energon cube. And I've just noticed something, it's kind of slanted forward. That's not just my fat fingers holding it. No. It's coned slightly. I don't know how well that's coming off on camera, but it looks coned slightly. You just take this little back plug off and plug it in, and he can make Energon cubes in that one episode that he did it. So, it's nice that it comes with, and I believe if you go onto the Takara website, you can print out a little paper craft to make it look solid, but, yeah. And, of course, as every Masterpiece has to come with one of these, a Megatron gun. But I guess since he did use it once in the episode, I can't remember, it makes sense for him to have it. I swear, these people at Takara make up half of the accessories. But at least the American version comes with all of the cassettes. Whatever. So here's Megatron. He's slightly remolded. Here's my original Masterpiece Megatron gun that came with MPO1. Now, as you can see, the Destron logo is slightly bigger on the new Soundwave, and the gun is just overall slightly the same. I thought it was slightly bigger, but it's dead exact same. The barrel here got a little remolding, but I betcha. So they do kind of work. It's a little tight, but yeah, it's essentially the same gun. Little pistol mode and little pistol mode. Moving all these off to the side, we'll get on to the real meat and potatoes of this review. Soundwave himself. Now, Soundwave himself is very nice, very heavy in his robot mode, or in his cassette mode. Bringing in the G1 guy here, you can see just how much Soundwave is bulked up. He is really, I don't know what he's done. It would have been cool to get the little red symbols on the side. Set you there. Set you there. A la the G1 figure, but oh well. Spin him around here on the side, you do get these nice details that aren't in the Generation 1 toy, which is fine. This is over an 80-year-old toy. Or, not 80-year-old, blimey. I don't know, 50-year-old toy, I think? 50th anniversary, 30, I don't remember. But it does have some nice detailing here on the side. See if I can focus on it. There you go. It does have some nice ports and plugs and things. And this wheel works a little bit. So you can see some of the nice detailing there, and you can see Condor there in the chest. Turning onto the side, you get more of the same detailing, and this works for volume. He does come with a speaker port. So just so you can see that they work, I've brought out my headphones to my computer. Frickin' awesome. So that's freaking awesome. I picked this guy up at TFCon from the wonderful folks at tfsource.com. Now, I will have a link to their website in the video description below. Go check them out. They are awesome, awesome people. The ladies that they have running their stand at TFCon are fantastic people to talk to. Get that focused a little bit. Come on. Focus, camera. So, without further ado, let's get on to the transformation. And the transformation is one of the harder things to figure out about this toy. Once you do it once or twice, you'll have it down, but the initial first and second transformations, you are going to be scared out of your mind. At least I was. So what you want to do, come around here to the side, pull this little, you'll see there's a little panel there. You want to kind of pull that, wiggle that free. I find it's best to pull down, then use a finger to come up here. Oh, of course I won't do it now. Come on. And kind of pull it out. There we go. Then just fold it back and rotate that so it's all flat along that line. Rotate. And if it hasn't already, it's going to unhook the feet. So just do that. Bring them up and up like that so he has a little antenna. Disconnect the foot here. Come on. And up to the top like so. Now, just like the Generation 1 toy, what you want to do, come around here to the side, wiggle his leg free, and pull it down. Fold out the foot, and fold that down. Rotate like that. Just for now. Just for now. Rotate, excuse me, and wiggle this one. This one's a little hard. There we go. Wiggle that one free, rotate it down, rotate it out. Situate everything properly. Now what you can do is you can take Soundwave here and extend the legs so he gets massively tall. So then you can take the cod piece here, pull it out, or pull it up, I mean, fold these sections down and just fold it right underneath. I mean, it should, there we go, should go in. Now maybe you'll actually be able to see. You want to take his arms here and fold them out. Now there's this little panel in the back. You just want to fold that down, do that on both sides. Then you want to take this cod piece here and push it back, pushing the chest forward. The legs are kind of finicky to get him standing upright, but we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, oh, head. I'm going to take this section here. There's a little section there. There we go. There's a little tab section here. Just want to lift down, grab in here, pull out the head, fold up the tab. Setting that back there. Focusing the camera. You want to come around here to the side and pull out these panels, which there's a nice bit of detailing on. Oh, you can see that. Nice bit of detailing where there's a speaker and some system wirings and things in there, which is awesome. You want to come in here, pull out the hand, fold in the panel, do the same on the other side, rotate it. Helps if you have fingernails. Well, I have been biting my fingernails since I was about the age of 8. But there we go. And then you want to just take the shoulder cannon here from the back, one of the batteries, rotate it around. And here you have Soundwave in his robot mode. Now, as for a robot mode, it is very nice. You have all the nice nods to the Generation 1, as you see here. Although mine's kind of decrepit. But you can see the nice nods to Generation 1 here that you've got going on in the legs. There's none of these red panels on the legs, which would be cool, because they've got a spot for them. Maybe Repro Labels has a set for this guy out. I'm not exactly sure. So sitting off to the side here, set you in the background, we can come to one more accessory that he comes with, his gun. And just like the Generation 1 toy, they are shaped like AA batteries, which is awesome. I love the feature that they kept with this. So to transform it into its gun mode, you just want to pull this out, and I find it's helpful to get, oh, well, of course, your fingernails in there and kind of pinch and pull. When you do that, that'll extend this little silver bit. You just want to grab that with your finger nubs and pull it out. Throw it on the ground. Into so what you want to do now? What you want to do is just take this and plug it into his hand. There's a little slot and there's a little peg. And as we all know, peg plus slot equals yay. And it'd help if I could actually see. There we go. Well, you're not in. Are you in now? You're good? Okay. This does have a case of Masterpiece Rodimus, where he's not actually holding it, it's stuck in a peg in his hand, so it does look a little funny, but I don't have Soundwave holding his gun half the time. I mean, it doesn't look bad, I just wish it could have been done maybe a little better. Of course, the whole peg the hand into the... to peg the slot into the hand thing never really appealed to me in the first place. Although it's better than having it way too loose, like Masterpiece Prime. Now the final, and I call this guy an accessory, because really, he would not exist if it was not for Soundwave. So get his battery off here to the side. You just come up here, push this little silver button, and a la the Generation 1 toy, you have Laserbeak. Now, you saw me kind of tilt him there, which is one of the problems I have with this toy, is if you just hold it, it doesn't work. It kind of has to be at an angle to do it. So, focusing in here on Laserbeak, you do have a nice cassette mode, just like his Generation 1 self, and they are very nice. I do like the Generation 1, a little bit. I do like the Masterpiece here. You've got nice little cassette mode, and on this side you do get the red body, blue head, and silver shoulders, like you did on G1. The one problem I do have with this figure, and hopefully this works, is you have to get something, I'm going to use here a Lego brick, to kind of get in there and push his head out to start the transformation. And when you do, it is simple as anything to get that out, once you have something to get in there. And yes, you can do the flying disc head mode, like you could in Generation 1, which is kind of funny. So you can do like a mid-transformation, because his head was always the thing that came out first, if I remember correctly. Then you want to take these sections, fold them up, fold them both up, and flip up the tail fins to form the jets, which I have for my Generation 1 Soundwave, or Laserbeak. I think they're over there on my table. I really don't want to go get them, because I'm lazy. You want to rotate his feet down and underneath the bird. Just put him underneath the bird. Then what you want to do here, there are these little panels. Rotate them to the front. Rotate to the front. And then just bring them back. Bring them back. Whoops. Bring them back. And here you have Condor in his, well, Condor mode. It's a really nice figure. I do dig it. It's very much improved on the Generation 1 toy. And you can slightly angle these so you can be like resting or something. You can have him sit on Generation 1 Soundwave if you want. But the main feature with this guy, and if I close the chest here, is that on Soundwave you'll see that there's this clear tab. Well, maybe you can't. There we go. That clear tab. If you bring Soundwave's arm up like this, and angle his head so he's got a good pose, you can have Laserbeak perched on his arm. And that is amazing. Now, it's all thanks to the way his legs are designed. His legs are designed with... Hold on. Give me time. I just found this focus button. With this little slot in there. And that slot fits right on to that little clear plastic tab. So it just sits right there on his arm, and they can have a little chit chat. So they can have a nice little chit chat. And also, if you don't want him on your arm, because you don't want your Soundwave talking to Laserbeak, you can have that like that. Rotate his head. And you can have Laserbeak perched on his shoulder. Now, if you get it on the last slit in his arm, like the Generation 1 toy had, you can have him pegged in. Otherwise, he'll just be sitting there. So I've probably gone on way too long about Condor here, which is one of the nicest accessories. And he does have the thing he used in the Generation 1 movie. If I can get it out. There we go. The little... Where'd it go? Focus. The little camera that he used to spy on the Autobots. Which how the Autobots didn't see Laserbeak sitting outside their window, I'll never know. But anyway. Back to the main attraction. Soundwave's articulation can be summed up in one word. Epic. He's got a head rotation, and it's pretty much fully posable no matter what. It's got an up and down and a swivel. But it's not on a ball joint, so you can't get him like cocking his head or anything, which Soundwave should never be really confused. His shoulders do rotate all the way around. They do go up, and I like this little added detail right there. I don't know why, it's just really awesome to me. He does rotate at the bicep, and he does have a double jointed elbow joint, but that's mainly for the transformation. He has a wrist swivel. The thumb does not move, but these fingers are individually articulated. And, yeah, well, I figured that would do that. Good thing, too, because that's what we're going to bring up. Make sure that your Soundwave has at least one good finger, because mine, every time I try to pose this finger, it pops off at the joint. So, probably just a dash of nail polish or something in there. Rod is right. Rod is right. His arms out of the way. He does have a waist swivel. He does, well, I thought he had an in and out. If you rotate his leg and kind of finagle it with those in the front, he does have an outward motion and an up and back, but the back only goes that far. So I forget how I had, okay, so I now have to rotate this all the way like that and get it like that. So for the transformation, you want these joints with the screws on the outside. So you can have him posed like this if you want and just rotate it. But then you lost your knee joint. So it was clearly designed to be displayed like that. And it doesn't really bug me too awful bad. But the problem is, once you start messing with this transformation, you gotta adjust everything. Oops. Slightly mistransformed in there. Those little tabs just need to go into the butt. Simple thing, but I missed it. I apologize. So as you see, he does have a knee joint. A very nice ratcheted knee joint. And his foot, you can basically do whatever you want with. It's on the tilt. And his feet are the only die cast in this entire toy. Which, I miss the die cast of the original line. Now, as you can see, I still have his arm in the pointing pose. It's like he's pointing, objection! But he's not. What he wants to do is if you pose his arm like this and pull it out, you can rotate his hand so you can be pressing his own eject button, which is awesome. So as you can see, you can pull some pretty decent poses off. This is actually how I have him displayed in my collection. Just have him pointing off to the side with his head kind of tilted, ejecting Laserbeak. And this is Generation 1 Laserbeak. So the G1 cassettes fit nicely inside Masterpiece Soundwave, which is an awesome, awesome little nod to G1 that I love the fact that they did. I haven't been brave enough to try Masterpiece in my Generation 1 toy yet. If I do, I'll post an addendum video or just add it onto the end of this one, showing you that it does indeed work. So, anyway guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been Rocktimus Prime Reviews, taking a look at Masterpiece MP13 Soundwave. And I have to say, if you can find him, definitely pick him up. If you can find him at TF Source, great. If you can find him at Big Bad, great. Just pick him up. He is amazing. You will not regret it. And I'm gonna go and play with Soundwave. So, this has been Rocktimus Prime. I want to thank you for tuning in, and oh. Right, TFCon's over. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, great night, whenever you're watching this. I really miss TFCon. Okay guys, here it goes. Trying Generation 1 Soundwave with a Masterpiece cassette. Oh dear. I think it might be too thick. I think it is. That's funny. Yeah, it's a little too, yeah, I don't want to break my G1. It's a little too wide to fit in his cavity. Derp, derp.